Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is your boy, Shawn Taylor, the innovator, better known as Mr. 50K, better known as the Business Doc. Here from T-Triple-B Television, the brain behind the business television, which was sparked by my book, The Brain Behind the Business, which is a business guide for the eager entrepreneur looking to start a business, grow a business, and be successful in a business. I was just sitting here thinking before I actually even go into the book. I'm just like, wow, man, it was just less than 20 years ago when I left my job at General Motors to pursue my vision and dreams and goals of being an entrepreneur. Uh, Man, it was a tough choice and a tough decision, but I knew that there was more in me, more that I wanted to do. I could not just stay an employee. My goal, my ideal was to become an employer. I wanted to create jobs. I didn't just want to work. And there are so many people that I have ran across who call my office and they have the same ordeal where they're just tired of working for someone and they need to know the steps that they need to take in order to be successful. They don't want to plunder because they have a family, but there are so many things that go into entrepreneurship and starting a business. And so I was just thinking back like, wow, man, I really did that. I took a plunge at the time when I left my job. Like I said, I was in the engineering field for General Motors. My wife was pregnant, like about 8 months pregnant. I had a car note, we had a house note, we had all that. But it was something that was in me. It was more, it was just one of those things where nothing could have stopped me at that moment. Like I was eager to become an entrepreneur. So I know the feeling that you have to want to just do something and leave a legacy and hire people and to be more productive in your community and your neighborhoods. And so I'm like, wow, what can I do? And on my journey, all I wanted to do, I wanted to inspire business owners and I wanted to educate future leaders of the community. And so I went off on my journey and I started out doing a multitude of things. Well, actually, I started out in real estate and I'm still in real estate. I have a very successful real estate business, Shawn Taylor Associates. We do home inspections, we do business, commercial, and residential funding. We do air quality testing. Of course, people know I'm on the road doing motivational speaking. I do coaching. I work for one of the largest consulting firms in America. I did work for one of the largest consulting firms in America. And so I started my own consulting firm. And so I just wanted to always educate people. I just always wanted to give back and do my part and be respected in the neighborhood, in the community. Like, wow, this guy really came from nothing to something. But on my journey, there were three things that I had to really digest. And I really had to just kind of have a narrow focus. And that was in order to be successful, in order to make that step to entrepreneurship and to build a business, that it took three things. And that was, one is choosing to go after your dreams. So if you're that individual that you're like, Shawn, I'm there, bro. Like, I'm ready to do this. You have to choose to go after your dreams. And this is it. You have to get crystal clear on your vision. What is your vision? Can you see your vision in clear detail? I mean, down to every last spectacle. I remember when I first started my investment company, I knew the exact location, I knew the exact type of property, I knew the exact amount, I knew the color of the walls that I was going to paint, I was going to have everything a certain neutral color, if it was going to have a backyard, what size backyard. But my point is let your vision be crystal clear. And then the third part about it was, and this is really the most important part, and this is the part that I see that hold people back, is taking action. Most people have a lot of dreams, they have a lot of goals, they have a vision. I want to do this, it's going to look like this, it's going to be like this. But then when it comes to take the steps, it's like a pause. People just kind of go into some type of different zone and they don't take action. And they just let the time consistently pass them by. And just think, man, what would the world be like if you actually took a bold stand and provided a service that was missing something? Like, you are cheating the world out of something great by not becoming an entrepreneur. I always felt and said that I believe that entrepreneurs should be studied in school, in high school. I mean, that should be a course. Entrepreneurship. I mean, it's just such a rewarding feeling and a rewarding thing. And so that's kind of like my stance, and what I want to talk to you about. I want to walk you through, whether, like I said, whether you are just starting out and you're confused and you're just trying to understand this thing, or you're a seasoned vet. You've been doing business. You've been over here doing this. You've been over here doing that. But for some reason, it just isn't working out for you. It's not that you're a failure. It's just that you just didn't know how to do it right. I just want to show people how to do it right. And I say this very humbly. I am not a billionaire. I have made quite a bit of money, but I'm not there. But everything I've done it right. And it had brought back for me, multiple streams of income. It allows me to sleep at night and still be making money. It's just about really doing it right. When I wrote this book, The Brain Behind the Business, I was like, look, this is going to be a great outlet for me to teach people how to, think about business and go through life and, be able to have a business and still be able to spend time with their family. But this book entails so much. Some things that you will learn in this book, and I want to thank everyone who did support this book and bought this book and called me and emailed me and texted me like, bro, that was good. It's not very thick. It's an easy reader. And in this book particularly, you'll learn what are the qualifications for being an entrepreneur, what is the best legal structure for being in business, and your type of business. Should you have a partner or not? Are home-based businesses lucrative? How important is marketing and advertisement? What is the best way to get startup capital? Should I lease, rent, or own? Is there help for minorities? Is there help for veterans? And how do I get bank financing? And then there's a lot of positive quotes in here as well that's going to help you get through whatever you're going through in order to be successful in what it is that you do. So that's what I'm here for. I am a business consultant, business coach, and I love business. So anything that I can do, I will continue to push the pedal to help entrepreneurs make good choices, make decisions, and hopefully try to help them find out what business is good for them, what business isn't good for them, all of those type of things. You see, because business is going to be different things for different people. So some people starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur is going to be their meal ticket. This is going to be their way out. This is going to be the way to take care of their family. This is going to be the way to give back to their community. It's going to be a way to make a shitload of money and help a lot of people and provide a great service, in return. It could also be a part of your creativity. Just having that thought and being able to get all of those great ideas that you've been thinking about, getting them out and taking the action that's needed in order to make it work. It could be your security, just not having that fear of going to work and having a boss there that has that mindset that I don't need you, that you don't have to worry about being fired. Some people have a fear of that. And nowadays, that's just something that's reality that we have to look at. So, starting a business can be many things. It can be your pride and joy, just having that accomplishment that you can point to knowing that you created something that was very meaningful to you, that had impact to you. And you did it out of a thought, and you didn't let anyone break that thought. You did what you had to do based on how you felt. So I want to walk you through those emotions, even if you don't know what type of business you want to be into, and trying to help you figure out what is the best business for you. But I will say this in return of that is, it's all about your desire. What do you desire to be or have more than anything else in this world? What would you do if money wasn't an issue or a concern? This is very vital. I know we hear it all the time. What would you do if money wasn't involved? Follow your heart, follow your passion. But there's a reason why this is so important, because business is so hard and it can be so stressful. And the only thing that's going to keep you going, keep you in your business, is not what you know. It's going to be based on what you love. And so that's why it's so important to really find something that you really love to do. But I also say finding something that you do have some type of skills and experience into. So starting all this and going through all this all comes down to one thing for me. And that is, all of these things can happen for you if you are willing to do it right. And being a coach and being a consultant, many people just do not do it right. And most of the time, it's the simple steps that you can take that will allow you to do it right. There are two things that I want you to look at when it comes to business. And this is my perspective. I look at it as one part of starting a business or being an entrepreneur is pretty much based on the psychological principles of the mindset of being a business owner or an entrepreneur. So one is psychological and the other is logical. So one is mainly about the way that you think, the way that you think about business, the way that you think about yourself is going to be very important. A lot of the things that we see on the internet, we see on Google, we see about business, it's just, there are a lot of great things and a lot of good things, but a lot of that stuff, man, it doesn't really resonate too well. Now, when it comes to the business model, it makes all good sense on what a lot of things you see and run across in business. But what most people don't tell you is the importance of the psychological effects of an entrepreneur. The way that you think. Your thoughts are the foundations for your belief. And so it's all about the way that you think. I remember Les Brown said, if your thinking is stinking, then your business will be also. So we need to constantly figure out and know and be grounded in our thoughts and what we know about business. Because what we know about business and what's reality of business, sometimes they don't align up. For an example, if I were to ask you who starts a business, I'm sure you would say many of things. A person that's looking to, create a product, a service to display out to the world. There are multiple reasons of who goes into business. But at the core, who goes into business is an employee. Most people, probably 99% of people who go into entrepreneurship were employees before they were entrepreneurs. So the problem with that is that you're bringing the employee mindset and thinking into business. And that right there is a railroad track for two trains to collide. We have to learn how to shift our way of thinking. It's all psychological. We have to change the way that we think in order to change the way that our behaviors will become when it comes to business. And a lot of people don't have that. You cannot go into business with the same mind frame that you go into being an employee. It's totally different. And so I want to teach you that. I want to teach you how to change the way that you think so it makes sense for you. So I want to teach you about a lot of the different things that go on inside of us psychologically and emotionally that's not discussed before you go into business or before you take that plunge. So you won't waste a lot of time and energy starting something that really may have a very small chance of working. And maybe there's just a different way that you can look at things and strategically put it in place so it can be a benefit and work for you. So these are the things that, like I said, I want to talk about. I want to go through. I want to take you through this every week, and just with short exertions of things you can do, things you can implement, put in place, helping you build a business model that works. If for an example, like I said, the florist, for an example, the florist job, is creating bouquets. A photographer's job is to take pictures. And so you want to be able to do what you love to do, but also you want to be able to understand and take care of the business itself. I don't care how great you are at what you do, if you don't understand the business model, the foundation that's going to kind of glue all of that stuff together that needs to be done, the building the website, the networking, getting new clients, getting referrals, social media, billing customers, generating leads. Like if you don't know how to do none of that, but you have a great skill, then you're not going to win. You're not going to win in entrepreneurship. You're not going to win in life. And I want to kind of help decipher the two different parts of growing a business, whether it's figuring out your desire, what it is you need to do, how to think about things from a psychological standpoint. Because for me, it's more of mental development versus the more practical. There's a reason why you have so many people that can tell you how to market the business, how to get clients, how to generate leads. I mean, these are companies all across the internet. And I'm just trying to figure out with and I want you to think about this, with all resources available to you on how to start a business and how to be successful in business. With all the resources available, why is it that so many people still fail? So that tells a lot about, it's not about, and in such great detail, it's not so much about, the marketing and the strategies and the goals, and all of that stuff plays a great role. But a lot of it has to do with the psychological part of entrepreneurship. I mean, we have resources to how to build a business from scratch in every type of way, but there's still a high failure rate for small businesses. Do you know that 1 million people start a business every year here in the United States of America? And out of the 1 million people every year that start a business, 80% will have failed in the first year alone. They will have threw in the towel. 80%, that's 800,000 new startups will have failed in the first year of doing business. And once again, with all the resources available, why is that? Why are they still failing? And if you're one of the lucky ones that happen to go past the 80 years, if you're one of the individuals that happen to go past the 1 year, the 80% of failure, don't pat yourself on the back so fast. Because over the next 5 years, 80% of those businesses will have failed. So what am I saying? I'm saying that typically there's a small window of success, but we can make that more a positive way for us if we just learn how to do it right. And if I can be a part of that to helping you, then that means that once you learn it, once you get it, you'll be very happy to teach the same way that I teach, at least from your perspective or your point of view, on the basis of running a successful business. And running a successful business doesn't always mean making a lot of money. Like I said, sometimes the most important thing for business and entrepreneurs is freedom. If you're starting a business, the thing that will make you successful in my eyes is having the freedom. Having the freedom to spend time with your family, having freedom to go on trips. And a lot of entrepreneurs that I know, that I deal with multitude of clients, they lost their freedom. They're working like hell. Damn near 24/7, 24/8. And they have no time for fun. They have no time to spend with their family. They have no time to do anything that's meaningful. And that bothers me because you don't want to be on your dying bed thinking what you would have, could have, and should have done. No. You want to have experienced life in its most enduring stages. And I want to help you with that. So I'm going to wrap this up. So if you like what you hear, you want to go on this journey, I'll be more than happy to continue to put out videos every week. But what I need you to do, I need you to be just as committed as I'm committed. So I need you to, 1, like the video. I need you to do 2, share the video with your friends and family. And most important, I need you to subscribe to the video. Hit the subscribe button. And every Monday, when there's a new video that I release, you'll get it and you can view it. And hopefully it'll bring information and education to what it is that you do. And you can start to build a business. You'll understand the psychological effects of business. You'll understand how to build a business model. And most importantly, you'll learn how to create some type of freedom in your life. So you can do the things that you love to do. You can be more impactful. I'm going to walk you through all of this. How to be successful. Or if you're turned around in your business, how to get your business back on track. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to ask you some tough questions. All you have to do is be ready, be prepared, have your pen and paper ready, and we're going to do this. So with that being said, in the words of Allen Ginsberg, that, my friend, is the real trick of life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing me to take up your time. And I look forward to seeing you and speaking with you. And most importantly, thank you for taking me along on your entrepreneur journey. I will see you, yes, you, at the top.